I met this young man earlier. I thought we were going to be okay until I read the title of his presentation, which is ridiculous because it has some symbol in it that do they know what it is? Oh, okay, good. He's doing some kind of double speak nerd talk in the thing, and he made me feel bad and small, and I didn't like that at all. But then I asked him something cool about himself, and guess what? Guess what his favorite sport is? Look at him. Guess what his favorite sport is? What do you think? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, please don't say it wrong. He said soccer. No, you can't call it soccer. You have to call it football. Football. The football. Whatever. 97 minutes of nothing tie. It is so exciting. It is not. It's awful, dude. It's terrible. But you know what? I appreciate that, and I can appreciate the other one. He likes cricket. Yes, any game that goes on for 4 days makes a whole lot of sense. So pretty much, I'm telling you, his life is not interesting, so I'm hoping his speech is. You ready? It's going to be good, though? Oh, wow. You can't bring it up? All right, cool. All right. Oh, you flourished. All right. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, bang your hands together. That was terrible. Bang your hands together. Give me a woohoo. Woo. Yeah, that's great. Woo! Yeah, you see that? That's the one right now. How do you read that, y'all? Get your damn mic.
Oh, this is going to be good. All right. Nerando Johnson. I don't know if this thing is making enough noise, but my voice is big enough. And I did 10 years in my sentence as a middle school science teacher. I say sentence because some days it was awesome and it was a term of service. How not to be mentored. We have always had the argument on how it should be done, but if you tell a child something that's going to telling you to the first job or from first job to intermediate. After intermediate, you've been around enough friends and people to figure this out on your own. All right. It's already me. So, not having the sink.
What are you doing?
I have it.
I think Leah should quit.
I'm at 3.
Yay, technical difficulty again. We shouldn't have stopped for lunch. That was the problem.
That's the problem.
Oh, there goes. Nope, never mind. Just kidding. That wasn't. Okay.
I can keep talking.
Yeah, just vamp for a while.
All right, cool. So, my journey was from fiddling with code all that stuff, that's fine, and I use a random guy that looks serious. Because that's it. Next slide. Alright, because I'm covering this like my former life, I lay out objectives to help me on the point. I'm trying to slow down because I talk fast. So, done the introduction. not to do recommendations of summary and question. That's basically it. With doing all of this, you have an idea of what the talk is supposed to be. No surprises, no none. I think I can skip this one. So, my 2 cents on the topic are as follows. In being the mentee, as in the guy receiving it, I realize that there's not a lot of persons who lay out a roadmap into how to be the recipient. So you don't know what to ask, what not to ask. You're trying to. Sometimes you don't think you bring certain things to the relationship, so on and so forth. So I didn't. That's supposed to be didn't know what to ask. On the other side, when I started helping, I went through burnout. Because again, nobody taught me how to do that, so that was it. Sometimes they lacked accountability, sometimes I lacked accountability, I didn't equip it properly. Like, I felt like I failed people, and as a former teacher who's been taught how to teach, your brain kind of goes, I think you're failing. And it's hard because you realize the importance of what you bring to the table. If you don't deliver it properly, then you have more struggles to do. So after a while, I'm talking to a couple of friends and asking informal questions to about 3 to 4 persons in this audience. I started to think about this. So that's how I felt. Stop it. For anybody who does design work, this is a massive fail. And this will also screw with your brain because you don't know if you're supposed to go that way or this way, plus the colors don't help. So that's how I felt. All right. I like this quote. Stop it. Please. Put cherry on top. Thank you. Stop. See, you have to ask nicely. So, I like this quote because while it sounds nice, it brings to our mind one concept that helps us all. It says a mentor is someone, blah, 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 that allows them to see the hope inside. That's it. That's all you need to make it in this. You believe enough that you can hope. Because whether I like it or not, I really need a clicker. It gets hard. So this is my definition that on the left, the formal definition on the right, the easiest way to remember it. I will always love Iro because Iro is the ultimate uncle, and Iro is, for me, the biggest mentor in anime form.
Wait, hold on now.
Yes, I'm gonna pick this fight every day of the week. But for this use case, we're going to say they provide hope, guidance, and direction from somebody who is going somewhere, from somebody who's been there. Whether person to person, vicariously, so on and so forth. It's like, if I need to learn how to lift weights in this group, in this room right now, where is she? Hi, Becca. That person is the first person I'm going to in this room because she does miraculous stuff.
That's my thought.
Hey. So that's how we That's how we make it work for us. You get knowledge from somebody, and you have to be brave enough to have the conversations because sometimes they're uncomfortable because the other side to this conversation of you getting the hope, the guidance is accepting the fact that I don't know. I don't. And I need help to get there. All right. Cover that already. All right. Before I jump to this slide, let me step to something that is important to me that's not on any slide that popped in my head. The biggest failure of the educational system is that it taught us all that being right all the time is the thing or the aim. it does not teach us how to deal with failure. The kid who moves from 40% to 70% is never treated like he did something great. Everybody in this room who writes code for a living or learning how to do so or has done anything long-term in life who learns and knows by fact that the mistakes are better teachers than running right the first time. Because as we know, the good cartoon, I don't know why it works, and I have no clue. It works. Oh my God, how does it? So with us being us, we should always embrace not knowing sometimes. Tying that into this, the not knowing is you being humble enough to ask for the help. Beginning of the relationship, value propositions. You need to know as the mentee that you carry none of this mentee. So let's take it in your head. You are going to have beginner to intermediate knowledge. You are pushing yourself to grow. So you want to be from reading material to being competent at being able to do it. You have adjacent knowledge. I met somebody earlier this morning, he said to me that he used to work in law enforcement. The procedures you carry into the field. I used to cook for a living. I carry that in tech. You have people who used to manage other stuff. I carry that in tech. Becca and I have had a conversation about carrying readability from literacy because I used to teach people how to read in the tech. Please don't get me started on the whole fact that documentation in tech is written at a high level and half people don't know how to speak about it to save their lives. Alex taught me that how we should slow down and structure stuff long enough for you to understand how things flow. And Todd taught me about lobsters. Okay. New tools. Non-technical tools, and even though it's technical, I put it there. Communication. How to talk about it. That's a thing by itself. Grit. The wonderful thing where you stick to it irrespective of how hard it gets, you learn to put it down, go to sleep, and get up in the morning and tackle it again. Let me say that again. You learn to put it down, go to sleep, and take it up. If the code starts screwing up, you put it down and go to sleep because you sometimes do not. No, because your brain is done. CTS, critical thinking skills, strong personal skills. In my head, they're intermediate. They're basically your friends because you have to bring different approaches to the same thing, and critical thinking skills are different to different persons. So that's what you bring to the table. Never think that as the mentee you don't bring anything to the table. You're also bringing to the table the ability for a mentor to teach you stuff. The easiest way to remember anything in this life, teach it. All right, you've secured a mentor, whether by having a conversation in person, online, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Slack, meet up face to face. The person says, hey, I'll give you some of my time. The first things first is, thank you, write it down. Now, why is this important? Bear in mind, this is my perspective on the matter. You have a written document that gives you a formal idea of what's going to go on in this whole relationship. So for this case, I'm searching slides again. You're up. Come on, next thing. For this case, we're going to start well. And this is one of my best things that ever happened to me because I both watched the movie and read the book. You set a time limit. All mentorship relations have, you set, because on one person's side, you don't know how much time they have for how long. 6 weeks, 6 months, a year, same term as a boot camp. You set meeting times. For me, it's not only meeting times and how to communicate if you need more time or you need to reschedule, because whether we like it or not, for those of us who got paid, getting paid to do tech, your time, they pay you for your time, not for how wonderful you look. So time is always important and it's valuable. You said, how do you meet? So is it an in-person thing? Is it an online thing? Is it a text message thing? However, you get it all written down. What is the goal of this relationship? Should it help you become better competent? Technically, should it help you become a better writer, a better explainer, whatever? You know exactly what's supposed to happen at the end of the curve and or time. Responsibility, what one person's supposed to do, what the other person's supposed to do. And as the mentee, which is the person receiving all this knowledge, I would urge anybody on that side of the spectrum to make the notes and just forward it to the other person because it shows that you are more invested in this. You talk about competence, like where are you? Do you have no clue? Do you have enough? You have to set. You have to start from the ground up if you're that person. If you're not, you talk about, hey, this is what I can do. Like for me, when I have persons coming to me for help with anything, I tell them exactly where I am so I can help them to get to where they are. So if I'm not the person, that's fine. And I can redirect or I can find resources. When I need help, I tell them where I am with the same thing so that they know where to start. Or anybody who came out of school, that's why you take a test every year before going into a new grade, so they know where you are. But that's how it's supposed to work. We all know that it doesn't. And we know how to ask for help. So asking for help is a whole new ballgame because most of us were taught by parents and school that you are supposed to be independent. That is the greatest lie you've ever been told because no person in the world is independent. You are interdependent at best. You need other people to grow, you need other people to be the best version of yourself, so on and so forth. Because you cannot become better without feedback. If you have siblings, have parents, or partners, you become only better then. And if you don't establish the kind of relationship where you can receive feedback, whether it's something you like or not, you're not going to grow in this field. I can promise you that. I've had some very interesting conversation on code or stuff I've been doing and they've not been comfortable. Next. All right, secured all of that. This is the two of the cogs in the relationship. I hate this lighting. I can't stand well because I can't see myself. You got task and time management. For me, I write stuff out because I don't like to keep things in my head. So I write out for this month, I'm playing with CS50 just because it's fun and I've always put it on. So I know, all right, cool. I got 1 month, 4 weeks, I got to finish X amount of time, things in X amount of slot. I'm a paper planner, some people are digital, write it out. I have SMART goals, so I know exactly what I'm supposed to do in a specific amount of time. I know what the result is supposed to be. I can never remember what A is. I know how long it's supposed to be. And I'm very specific. Most of the time, right, Alex? Alex keeps me accountable. When it comes to timing, I have a timer for myself that I cannot find right now, but I normally use like a Pomodoro timer, and that helps me to go 25-minute block. It helps you to get to something they call flow, which is you forgetting everything else that matters to you, to just focus on what's important and in front of you. Here's why that's important for us. We've now grown in an era where we hear bings, pings, buzzes, notifications keep us going, oh, cool, squirrel, squirrel. After a while, you can't focus. Squirrel, I'm that guy. Airplane mode is my friend most times, and it's worse for us now that we can go open the app on your laptop and turn off your phone. It works quite well. So you turn off everything and you just work on it. Pomodoro method, whatever methodology works for you to turn off the world and focus on one thing and get to the next. What helps me is lo-fi, full headphones, no lyrics. If you give me lyrics, I'll start singing. If you start singing, I'll look up words of a song. This is not helping. And I like music, so that makes it worse. So I don't just listen to one type of music, I listen to everything. Alright. How do you manage all of this? I think this is wrong. Yes, it is. Trello is supposed to be there. Anyway, with a Trello board from me, sometimes I even put the time in. Some people use a bullet method. Everybody is different. I'm a passion planner / legend planner person. I came from buying a regular planner, and this thing got ingrained in me because when you teach middle school science to 7th and 8th grade, and this literacy to 7th and 8th grade, you literally have way too much to do, so you have to break everything down very quickly. Carry the same methodology over to this. All right. We have entered a relationship where we know how to solve problems, how to talk, we know how to manage time, we know how to stay on task, so on and so forth. You get to a place where the code you're running or the problem you're trying to solve is happens to the best of us, happened to me this morning. Yeah. So, and I'm supposed to change slides. Hello. Thank you.
I'm not changing slides. You change your own slides.
I did. I'm next.
Oh, well then I don't know what's wrong. You're being stupid.
Please work.
OBS is
First time speaker
OBS is
problems.
struggling.
Alright, I can talk while I change. So you get to the place where you have the problem. How do you fix the problem? So first, get it out of your head that you're incompetent. It's a problem. That's all it is. You're stuck. It's not you. You may not understand or you may not be able to push to run the logic how it should be. So first things first, what are you trying to do? For me, it was supposed to get a clickable event running through my test. We have auto-generated tags, so I placed it on one thing and tag changed, didn't match. All right, cool. What issues was I having? I have errors under the bottom, so it keep telling me not matching, not running. Okay, fine. Know what the error message says, what you expect to happen. Already know that. My thing, I break it down, I Googled it, found the problem, found the solution, fine. But on your end as the mentee, these are your steps. All of these are your steps. So you break it down, you do all the work you can on your own. You've already learned how to fix basic stuff on your own. So these are your steps. All right, you spend 30 minutes, half an hour. This is the part that a lot of people get stuck at. You will spend the whole day trying to fix a problem you should. 30 minutes, 40 minutes at best, you've tried everything, you've made notes, you've done all of that, it doesn't work. For those of us who are at the lovely stage of making branches on Git, you make a branch to solve the problem, do everything you can, import the most recent data, nothing works, you escalate. Again, you escalate. This is not your problem alone just to solve, because you have somebody to reach out. So if you have a mentor that says, if you have a problem, you push it up, you push it up. This is so you come to them prepared. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what it's supposed to do. These are my errors. I've done this, this, and this, but nothing works. So they know you've done your part. Then you bring it up, as I said, meeting time, and then you problem solve with them. My last point on this, you make notes on how they problem solve. Because that will help you to become a better problem solver. The process is always more important than the solution. Again, the process, how you get the answer, is always more important for you because how they think is what you need. All right. And that's basically the basis of this whole topic. And that not. These are my recommended readings. I am a free code camp user like crazy because it's gotten better over the last 4 years that I've used it. The articles are really amazing. Instead of linking it and providing links to you, I've literally done this, which means you can copy and paste space in Google and find the exact thing that you're looking for. Yes, I'm lazy. Think this should almost be me. Summary. Understand your value proposition as a mentee. What you bring to this relationship, please do not think that you come to it not bringing anything. You bring an opportunity for somebody to learn how to learn. You bring an opportunity for you to learn. And you are also seeing what you should do. Again, you are also seeing what you should do. So when you get up a level, you bring somebody up. You write everything down, everything. So where you're going, what do you want to do? You have a discussion, you write it down. You start well in the relationship. You have time and task management tools. You know how to solve problems. Last but not least, do the work. The only way I got better at this is that I actually wrote code. I love watching tutorials, but it doesn't help after a while. Let me correct that. It does help to a level, but after a while you start learning to build extra things. You build something to change background, you add an extra element, so on and so forth. That is where you can find me on Twitter, and I will take anybody's questions. I don't know how fast I